Well, thank you very much, everybody. And I just presented Johnny with the charter, and the charter is a very big deal. I just signed it. And Johnny, I want to congratulate you and your sport in FIFA for the great success of what we're going to be doing together. Very special. Very small signature. That one got big. That means, I guess, I like the event even more so than usual. But I want to thank you all and welcome to the first meeting of the White House FIFA Task Force. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Vice President J.D. Vance. Thank you, J.D. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, FIFA Senior Advisor Carlos Cordaro, and CEO of Fox Sports, Eric Shanks. Where's Eric? Where's Eric Shanks? Hello, Eric. You got a pretty good seat. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm looking for you at this table. You should be at this table. Hi, Eric. Along with members of my cabinet, Scott Bessent, Pam Bondi, Howard Lutnick, Sean Duffy, Kristi Noem, Russ Vogt, Deputy Secretary Christopher Landau, and Deputy Secretary Steve Feinberg. I also want to welcome two of my very good friends, Bernard Arnault and Alex Arnault. They own a little company around the world. One of their smaller companies is Tiffany, and Tiffany made the beautiful trophy, and I guess it's around here someplace, not this one, the other one, wherever it may be. There it is behind me, and it's really a work of art, but I want to just welcome Bernard and Alex. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, good. They have no lack of cash. I know that. They're great, and they're great people. We've been friends for a long time. Thank you very much for being here. It's a great honor to have you both. We're also joined by Senators Shelley Moore Capito and Todd Young. Where are they? Where are they? Hi, Shelley. How are you? Hi, Todd. How you doing? You're getting younger looking, Todd, I'll tell you. It's pretty young to start off with, right? Oh, you too. She said, what about me? What are you two? Even more so, Todd, right? That's very cute. Representatives Damon LaHood and Brian Stile, thank you very much. Thank you very much, fellas. Thank you. Good. FBI Director Kash Patel, who's doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Kash. Appreciate it. And our Executive Director, Andrew Giuliani, just got the post, and he's going to be great. I know him for a long time. He's a highly competitive golfer, which, I mean, really good. And he's also a highly competitive person, and he loves what we're doing. So I want to congratulate you and your family and your father, your great father, who's the greatest mayor in the history of New York. So I want to congratulate the family. It's a big post. You better do well, Andrew. Tell him, is my golf game okay, too? Oh, so he knew what to say, see? Well, he's a smart person. That's why I appointed him. Together, this group will help plan the biggest, safest, and most extraordinary soccer tournament in history, and that's what it's going to be, Johnny. In my first term, I negotiated the return of the World Cup to America, and now in my second term, I'll have the honor of hosting the World Cup for the first time of any president in more than 30 years. And remember, we also have a few other events. I must tell you that we have the 2028 Olympic Games. We have the 250-year celebration of America. That's a big one. I don't know. Maybe that's the biggest. I don't know. That could be the biggest. But that's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be essentially, Todd, that's going to be a year-long celebration. We have the G20, and that'll be in December of 26. We have the G7, used to be the G8, by the way, and that's in 2027. And that's a lot of action we have going for the next 4 years, 3.5 years. It's going to be amazing for the country, I believe. Starting this June, the United States will host the 2025 Club World Cup, which will feature 32 elite soccer clubs from all over the world competing in 63 matches across 11 American cities, including Cincinnati, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Los Angeles, California, Nashville, Tennessee, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we have it in 11 American cities all over. And these are great cities, too, and they like soccer more and more. I guess some of those cities specifically, they really love it. And next summer, we'll host the official 2026 World Cup tournament, where 48 national teams will compete in 78 matches right here in the USA. And that'll be something very, very different and very special. These events will attract millions of passionate fans around the world, including my son. I have a son that loves soccer. Barron. Nobody's ever heard of Barron, right? Have you ever heard of Barron? He's a good soccer player, too. He's a little tall for soccer, but that's okay. And over 1 billion viewers. You're going to have one of the biggest viewerships of any sport at any time. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase the beauty and the greatness of America, and we can't wait to welcome soccer fans from all over the globe. I don't know if I'm supposed to say soccer or football, because every time I say soccer, Barron and Eric say you're really saying it wrong. It's supposed to be football, but we know it more as soccer. These events will also generate tens of billions of dollars in economic activity for local businesses and create thousands and thousands of jobs for American workers. I've directed my entire team to do everything within our power to make the World Cup an unprecedented success, and that's what it's going to be. We're going to make sure of it. The State Department, the Department of Homeland Security, and every part of the U.S. government will be working to ensure that these events are safe and successful, and those traveling to America to watch the competition have a seamless experience during every part of their visit. It's going to be very special. Together, we will ensure that the 2026 World Cup will be the best-run soccer tournament the world has ever seen. This is going to blow every other tournament you did. You're going to say how terrible a job you did in the past, because this is so much better, Gianni. This is going to blow them all away. I don't want to insult my other friends from other countries, but we're going to blow them away, right? So now I'd like to introduce, and he has been a friend of mine. We fought very hard to get the event, and I think before the media came in, I said that I was very disappointed because I got the event, Johnny. I think we can say that strongly. And then I said it won't be in my term, and I won't be able to see it. And then bad things happened with the election, and now we do see it. So I just repeat that because for the press to hear, I'm sure they're thrilled to hear it. But I'd like to ask FIFA President Gianni Infantino, really one of the most powerful men in sports. It's amazing because you've done such an incredible job with soccer. Followed by Vice President J.D. Vance, then Secretary Kristi Noem, and Secretary Sean Duffy to say a few words. So Johnny, and then we'll go in that order. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, members of the cabinet, members of the task force, the White House task force for this incredible event, or events actually, which will be happening here in America in the year to come. We were actually, Mr. President, so happy that the World Cup 2026 will take place in the United States, in Canada and in Mexico, that we thought we'll actually bring another World Cup as well here. So you get two World Cups in the next year, the new FIFA Club World Cup. This is the trophy of the new FIFA Club World Cup.
Did you notice where he said that? In the United States, Canada, Mexico. That's the way it's supposed to be. I had to interrupt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, well,
It's true.
78 games will take place of the World Cup in the United States out of the 104 games. But the Club World Cup this year is a new competition, will take place in the United States, in 11 cities of the United States. It's new. It will make history in 250 years when they will celebrate the 250 years anniversary of the FIFA Club World Cup. Well, they will speak about this meeting. They will speak about the United States of America because it is a big event. The 32 best club teams in the world, with players from over 90 different countries, will come here for the first time in history to compete, and we will see who is the real world champion in club football. And this happens before the World Cup, of course, next year. So in 40 days, bit less than 40 days, on the 14th of June in Miami, we will open the FIFA Club World Cup. Opening game, the final on the 13th of July in New York, New Jersey, and in between 63 top games of the best players, of the best clubs in the world who want to win this trophy here crafted by Tiffany. And I'm thanking as well the Arnaud family for being here. They are in soccer as well now in Paris. They've just been promoted to the top division. So congratulations for that. Actually, Mr. President, soccer or football, maybe we can clarify that here.
I'll do whatever you
Let me give it a try, if I may. So we, basically, everyone outside of this beautiful country, we call football a game we play with our feet.
Right.
That's why we call it football.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
In this beautiful country, you call football a game you play with your hands, right? So I don't know who's right, but the important, Mr. President, whether we call it soccer or football, is that we have fun, that we enjoy, and that's what FIFA is about. FIFA is, I say this as well to all the media present, because everyone else knows it, FIFA is an official provider of happiness to humanity. And in the next year, we are providing happiness to humanity from the United States of America. And that's why we are happy to be here. So we have the Club World Cup this year. We have the World Cup next year, United States, Canada, and Mexico. Of course, 104 games, Mr. President, 104 Super Bowls in 1 month. We'll have 6 billion viewers. The final alone will attract between 2 and 3 billion viewers. This is, 15, 20 times more than the Super Bowl. The entire world will focus on the United States of America. And America welcomes the world. I'm very happy to say that, Mr. President, because I know you. I've had meetings with several members of your cabinet as well. You have established this task force. America will welcome the world, everyone who wants to come here to enjoy, to have fun, to celebrate the game, will be able to do that in the host cities, in the 11 cities all over the country, in all these fan festivals that we will create. We have 10 million tickets for sale, so anyone who doesn't yet have a ticket, go on FIFA.com/tickets. 10 million tickets, 3.5 million for the Club World Cup, 6.5 million for the World Cup. And how do we measure success, Mr. President? Well, in many ways, of course. Full stadiums is one of that. The economic impact is another one of that. Dear Secretary, these 2 World Cups will bring almost 50 billion in economic output to the United States of America. They will create almost 300,000 jobs in America. For the celebration of 2 World Cups, which will bring the world to the United States, a few million fans will come, a few billion will watch it from home, but everyone will be happy and everyone will be celebrating how the United States of America will put up the best events ever that the world has seen. Not just sport events, but the best events. We are here for that. We are here to work for that. We are here to work all together as a team to celebrate the United States, the 250th anniversary, as well to celebrate the world and the World Cup around a soccer ball or a football, and to make sure that everything happens as well, as you said, Mr. President, in a safe, in a secure environment. So we have, and the world has, of course, full and entire confidence in the United States and in all the partners, in all the agencies, to make sure that we will bring to the world something that they have never seen and they will probably never see again. Thank you very much. We are here for that, and I'm looking forward to these 2 World Cups. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, and thanks to this incredible group that we've assembled. I'm proud to be the vice chair of this for a couple of reasons. First of all, the last time the president had me around a national or international sports trophy was the college football playoff national championship, and I almost broke it. And so I appreciate the president giving me a second chance here. But as all of you know, soccer is a sport of incredible grace and finesse and beauty. These are three things that have nothing to do with politics. And so we're thrilled to have the FIFA World Cup in the United States of America. I think that you'll see the very best of the United States of America, both in athletic competition, but also in hospitality, something our boss knows quite a bit about. And so we're excited to have you. We're excited for this event, and we will do everything at the government level to make this thing as successful as we can. And I will say, before I turn it over to the next speaker, that, of course, everybody is welcome to come and see this incredible event. I know we'll have visitors probably from close to 100 countries. We want them to come. We want them to celebrate. We want them to watch the game. But when the time is up, they'll have to go home. Otherwise, they'll have to talk to Secretary No, who I'll turn it over to now.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much for dreaming big dreams and doing unprecedented things. Your entire life you have stood for doing things that other people thought they couldn't do and accomplishing unprecedented events and achievements. And so this is one of those events that I think is going to be remarkable and will stand the test of time as the world's greatest sporting event ever held and conducted. You are honoring us by agreeing to be the chairman of this event. The vice president has greatly honored us by being the vice chair. And also we have a remarkable leader in Andrew Giuliani who stepped up and will be the executive director of making sure that we're not just conducting and hosting people from all around the world, but that we're also doing it safely. You have tasked our department, the Department of Homeland Security, with making sure these events are safe and secure. And it will be a challenge, but one that we welcome because we know that America is in a place where we invite people to be a part of our livelihood. We want to expose all of the American people to the wonders of this sport. And I believe that the old proverb that says, what you see with your eyes, you carry with your heart, is what will happen when we host this event. Carlos has agreed to step up and be a senior advisor as well to the task force, and his knowledge and expertise has been incredibly valuable in all of the meetings and organizational efforts that we've already put forward. So, sir, you know, as all of us do that have participated in sports, that there's something that happens when you're involved in competition. You spend time with people, you relax, you are out there enjoying success, but also recognizing failures and challenges and overcoming them. There's a bonding that happens among people, and I believe that's what you are doing, is creating an opportunity for the world to become a friendlier place. We will welcome over 2 million visitors that will come here from other countries. We will have 10 million different tickets. 22 million people will interact with these activities, and it is an opportunity to have people bond with each other, to create a friendlier world where we will be able to do business, we'll be able to enjoy their visits here, we will take care of their documentation and travel documents, and it will go smoothly, and we will make sure that they can come and enjoy and bring their families and friends and make memories together. It's going to be incredibly special. So thank you for leading at an unprecedented time and doing so with big visions for the future. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much, Christy. Appreciate it. Sean?
Thank you, Mr. President. 11 U.S. cities, 78 games in the U.S., and I think you said it's just like 78 Super Bowls next summer in the U.S. So this is massive, Mr. President. Thank you for putting together the task force. You know that great events don't happen unless you have great planning, and starting well over a year in advance, putting your team together to make sure this event goes off without a hitch. I thank you for that. As part of the DOT, again, we're going to move a lot of people around the country. A lot of American spectators, but a lot of foreign spectators are going to come into the country, and security and safety is key. We're going to work with Homeland and Christie to make sure we secure our airspace around these events. We're moving people from city to city and from hotels to the fan festivals, to the stadiums, making sure we have enough transportation, whether it's trains and buses in the cities that host this great event. We're working through that, as well as making sure our airlines and our airports are ready to facilitate the travel throughout the country. And so this is everyone working together. What I think is great, Mr. President, I have to imagine this was part of the plan. You're like, let's bring in the World Cup in the year of America's 250th birthday. So not only is America going to celebrate our 250th, we're going to bring in millions of people to celebrate with us. I know State and Homeland and DOT and all of us are going to work together to make sure it is seamless travel. We want everyone to come to America. We want everyone to spend a lot of money in America. By the way, as part of the DOT's 250 celebration, we're going to encourage everyone to go on a road trip, Mr. President, to celebrate our great country. And so if you're coming to see some soccer, not football or soccer, go on a road trip, see America. Don't overstay your visa, don't stay too long, but when you come, actually see this great country that we're going to celebrate over the course of the next year. And again, we welcome everyone. This team is going to work full-heartedly together to make sure these events go off without a hitch, and we're all able to celebrate the great athletes from around the world, 48 countries coming in to compete in our great country. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you. Would you have any questions of these great people or anybody around the table, please? Yeah, please go ahead.
You hosted the Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, I got a mic. Mr. President, you hosted the Prime Minister of Canada here today, and with him and with also the President of Mexico, there's been some recent tensions between them and the United States. Are you worried about any problems with that joint partnership as co-hosts of the World Cup next year?
No, I don't see any tension either. We get along very well with both. They just got to pay a little more money, you know. They're just they're getting away with things that they shouldn't be, and they understand. We had a great meeting today, actually, with the new Prime Minister, who's a terrific guy, and we had a very long session with JD and Marco and everybody, and it went very well. No, we had a very great meeting, and no tension. We want to do what's right for our respective peoples, and that's what's going to happen. And also with Mexico, I think the relationship is really very good with the president of Mexico, as you know, you probably heard. And we're going to have a very good relationship with regard to FIFA. I have no doubt about it. Johnny would know better than anybody, but you understand. I mean, I think the relationship is very good. Thank you very much. Question? Yeah, please.
What will be the level of interaction, cooperation with Canada and Mexico as it relates to next year's World Cup? Are you already talking to them?
Yeah, we are. It's total, complete. We talked about it even today at our meeting with Canada, and the level is total. It's going to be perfect. Going to be beautiful. They're very excited about it. Yeah, please.
Visa applications for people around the world who want to come to the United States for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And if I may, just a second question for maybe Mr. Duffy. Secretary Duffy, is there anything long-lasting transportation-wise that Americans can expect from infrastructure being built for the World Cup?
So we'll start with Christy in terms of the applications.
Absolutely. This summer, by hosting the club championships, we're processing those travel documents and visa applications already and working with Carlos and Johnny and their team to make sure that they're done timely and being proactive of it. And that is obviously going to be a precursor to what we can do next year for the World Cup as well. So it is all being facilitated. We appreciate the partnership that we've got on all of this with the State Department as well. And I know we've got the Attorney General and Cash at the FBI too, interested in being all hands on deck to make sure this goes smoothly.
Thank you. Sean?
Yeah, so basically these are going to be short-term needs. So we're going to have to bring in, buses and additional forms of transportation. Miami doesn't have the capacity with their transit system to carry all of the people who are going to go from hotels and restaurants to stadiums and the fan centers. So we're going to have to manage those assets, bring them in from around the country to move people, but they won't be needed there long-term. So again, I don't foresee, long-term changes. This is a short-term push of folks coming in to see great soccer matches, and then they'll go home.
Okay. Yeah, please.
Question about your thoughts on Madison Square Garden. The Transportation Department recently took over the refurbishment of Penn Station, and I was wondering if you have an opinion on the proposal to move Madison Square Garden to allow for a more classical train station to be built above.
To move it?
To move it, yes.
That was thought of years. Jim Dolan's going to have something to say about that, and I've not heard of any recent plans. They tried to do that for years. They've tried to move it, but I think Jim probably likes his location sitting on top of all the trains. I can't blame him necessarily. There's not too much of a move. They are going to do something with Penn Station. We'll be involved in that. We'll work with the governor, and we'll be involved with that very much. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Have asked for more than $600 million in federal funding for security. Do you support that? And perhaps Secretary Noem can weigh in.
On security? Yeah. Yeah, I support really whatever that takes. And any money that's spent will make up many-fold in terms of all of the economic development. These events, especially what we're talking, and you have FIFA and then you have the Olympics. And these events, if properly done, make a tremendous amount of money. And prestige. I think it's a great allure and prestige for our country and for the cities where they are. It's going to be amazing, yeah, but we won't hold back at all on security, most importantly. Okay, thank you. Yeah, please.
First question, is there any reason you haven't referred to Mark Carney as governor as you did with Trudeau? And the second question, you said earlier that you don't have to sign any trade deals, of course. Is there any country you expect to sign a trade deal with this week, as Secretary Bessent has indicated?
Well, we're looking at a lot of them. We're talking to a lot of them right now. I think I don't want to bore people with that, but I gave a very long definition this morning in the Oval Office. We're in very, very good shape. This country's never been in better shape, and we're doing great. We were being ripped off by every country in the world virtually, and now we're not being ripped off anymore. It's very simple, very, very simple. As far as calling him Governor Carney, no, I haven't done that yet, and maybe I won't. I did have a lot of fun with Trudeau. But I think this is a big step up. It's a good step up for Canada. I watched very closely. I thought he did really terrifically in the debates. I like him. You know, he's a nice man. We get along very well. We had a great meeting today. Really good. I think the relationship's going to be very strong. Thank you. Yes.
Russia is banned from playing the next World Cup. What's your position on this?
Say it again.
Russia has been banned from playing the next World Cup. What's your position on this?
I didn't know that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain
That is right.
that?
They are banned for the time being, yeah,
Okay.
from playing. But we hope that
He's the boss. I'm not the boss on that. I have nothing to do
we
with
hope
it.
that something happens and peace will happen, and then
It's
Russia
possible.
can be readmitted. So that's what we
possible. Hey, that could be a good incentive, right? We want to get them to stop. We want them to stop. We want the 5,000 young people a week are being killed. It's not even believable. The Russian soldiers and the Ukrainian soldiers mostly. Also people in towns every 2 weeks. Horrible things going on over there. So we're gonna get that war stopped. Okay.
When you were talking about all of the events that will be happening here in the U.S. over the next few years, you mentioned the G7 and you said it used to be called the G8.
Yeah.
As the host country, you can actually invite Russia to the G7 plus one. What's your thinking on that right now, Mr.
Well,
President?
Russia used to be a member of what was called then the G8, and I don't think I was really in politics at that point, but I know that President Obama didn't like it, and they voted Russia out. And I say if they didn't vote Russia out, which I thought was a very foolish decision because it's a group of people sitting around a table. I've done it many times with them, and you get to know them. And I say that if it was the G8, if Russia were in it, I think you probably wouldn't have this ridiculous, deadly war going on right now. I thought it was a very bad decision. It was headed by Trudeau, by the way, and Obama. They were the ones that really fought hard to get Russia out. I think if Russia were in, you wouldn't be. They threw them out. And because of that, maybe millions of people are dying. Millions, millions. The numbers are far greater than you think, but millions of people are dying. If he was sitting around a table with other people, 7 people, hammering him and saying, let's not do this, I think you wouldn't probably have had the problems that you've had.
So would you make a push, Mr. President, to get Russia back into this group?
No, I think it's not good timing now. No, right now it's we missed that gate, didn't we? Huh? We missed that gate with another great decision by some people that shouldn't have been making decisions. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. President, should people who have taken part in, for example, pro-Palestinian protests across the world be concerned about being able to join the World Cup and watching here in the U.S.?
Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but people that have taken part in protests, I think people are allowed to protest. You have to do it in a reasonable manner, not necessarily friendly, but reasonable. Otherwise, Pam will come after you, and you're going to have a big problem. You're going to have a big problem, right, Pam? She's doing a good job, too. Well, my whole team here is doing a fantastic job. We're very proud of them. So, yeah, you have a right to protest. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Do you support Israel's plan to conquer Gaza if Hamas doesn't agree to a deal during your visit to the Middle East?
These are very strange questions, aren't they? I never like when they read them off a machine. I don't know. Who's sending the question to you? And let's not talk about that now. We're talking about the World Cup. Go ahead. What else? Anything else? I think we're pretty well set. I want to thank everybody, and we're going to make this tremendously successful. And you can see Johnny's a very enthusiastic man. He's got great enthusiasm, and that's one of the reasons that you've had such success over the last number of years that you've been there. Amazing. He's like somebody that just woke up on Christmas morning as a young child and saw those toys under the tree, and that enthusiasm really plays very well, I have to say. And you've done a fantastic job as the head, and we're gonna do what we have to do. And thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, very much. Appreciate it.